Hey guys, how's it going? Today we're going to be talking about the Cong design MeiChi Pyraminx. This Pyraminx has been out for a bit, but I haven't had a chance yet to show it on my channel or talk about it at all. I actually got this cue during Nationals, so it came into my house a few hours after I left for Nationals, and my fan aunt brought it up to me when she came to watch. I did not end up using this Pyraminx for any of my official rounds, but I do think it has some pretty good potential as a main puzzle, so I'm going to give it a full review. So let's start off of answering the question, what really is this puzzle? Well, it's basically an updated version of the original MoYu Pyraminx. I believe the MoYu Pyraminx, the original version, was actually designed by Cong's design, even though that was before the actual sub-brand came out, but I think it's the same designer. So some differences between the new MeiChi Pyraminx and the original MoYu Pyraminx. The first one is the size. The new one is a little bit bigger. It's the same size as the MoYu Magnetic Pyraminx, so it feels a little bit bigger in your hands. Second one is obvious right off the bat as well. The original MoYu Pyraminx was not able to be made stickerless, and obviously this one is able to be made stickerless. Let's go ahead and pop some pieces and take a look at some mechanism differences. So as you can see here, the Cong design appears to have a little bit of almost like a stock before the piece that holds it in, whereas the original MoYu Pyraminx is pretty much just attached right on. The Florian hole is definitely larger on the Cong's design, or the MeiChi that is. Other than that, though, the edges are pretty similar. The centers are also very similar. I'm not going to take any of them out to show you, but they're very similar in design. The only difference is, of course, this one has caps on it. The tips have also gotten a complete redesign. They now have 3 ball bearings under each tip, and you can remove some of them to adjust how hard the tip clicks into place. The final difference is that inside of each centerpiece, there is a plastic piece that you can turn with a flathead screwdriver, and that will adjust how much force the ball bearings on the body apply. So this Pyraminx is fully adjustable in terms of the ball bearings. Anyway, that's just a basic overview of the differences in the mechanism. Let's get right into some turning. So maybe you can hear that this puzzle has a very similar feeling to the original MoYu Pyraminx. It's smooth with a pretty firm click at the end of each term. But the overall feeling is smoothness, sort of a strange sound, sort of echoey just because the Florian holes are so much bigger compared to the original one. So you hear some more harsh clicking noises like that compared to the original. And so if you enjoyed that feeling of the original MoYu Pyraminx, you will enjoy this one. The tips feel pretty nice to me. I think the click is just a little bit too much, but just one ball bearing was definitely too little. So I had a little bit of trouble adjusting that to be just where I liked it. But overall, they're not bad. If you thought the MoYu Magnetic did not have enough click to it, this will definitely satisfy that need for you. The speed for me is perfect. It's easily adjustable just by adding thick lube or thin lube to make it faster or slower. I generally don't have a problem with how fast Pyraminxes are, so not a big deal. Stability is okay, but not as good as on the original. The addition of those Florian cuts do allow the edges a lot more freedom to move back and forth, which is one of my least favorite things about Pyraminxes. Kind of an unavoidable problem as far as I can see. Corner cutting is an area where this Pyraminx excels far over its predecessor. So if we do the forward corner cutting, and that wasn't so good. See, now it's going to fail on me. Of course, if you adjust the tensions, it can be very different, but corner cut's plenty in that direction. Also in this direction, the reverse corner cutting is far, far better than on the original right here, which only did like that much. Whereas on this one, yeah. It does sometimes get the problem where the corner cut doesn't work and you get this lockup. So basically, those are my issues with this puzzle and the reason I don't choose it over the MoYu Magnetic. It just struggles with some stability and some weird lockups like this. It's a great design, a huge improvement. I actually, once I realized that it was just an improved version of the original MoYu Pyraminx, I thought for sure it would be my main, but I could just never get it to the point where I really loved it. I spent quite a lot of time adjusting things and playing with it, doing some solves, but it just never got great for me. It always stayed okay. With that said, if you are still using an original MoYu, and I know some people are, you definitely need to get this Pyraminx at least to try it out. could be a huge step up for you. Also, if you really enjoyed the original MoU and you'd like to go back to that feeling, go ahead and check this one out. I just wouldn't necessarily expect it to be better than your MoU Magnetic, and also know that it might take quite a bit of setup between adjusting the body ball bearings and the tip ball bearings and the tensions on the actual screw. Anyway, that's it for my review on the Cong Design MeiChi Pyraminx. Thanks a lot to MoU for sending me this excellent cube. My stack mat kind of died at Worlds and I have yet to get a new one, so gonna have to do some keyboard solves on it, so sorry about that. But anyway, thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.